Welcome to Sky News. My name is Marley.
And I'm Evie, and today we're going to be talking about climate change and the ways we can help our planet.
Climate change refers to a long-term shift in temperature and weather patterns.
Climate change has been a huge problem since the mid-1800s.
The causes for climate change use in transportation, power and buildings, the release of greenhouse gases and fossil fuel consumption.
The results of this are sea levels rising, natural disasters, poverty and increase in temperatures.
40% of polar bears were affected from 2001 to 2010, all because of climate change.
The polar ice caps melting has caused many polar bears to lose their habitat.
Later in this report, we shall be hearing from Dylan, who is joined in the studio by David Attenborough and the CEO of Shell.
We shall also be hearing from Evie, who is speaking to teachers from Ipswich to get their thoughts on this topic.
But now we hand it over to Liam and Kilson, who are live in Portugal, for more on this subject.
Thank you, Evie and Marley. Hello, my name is Liam and this is my co-reporter Kilson.
Today we are live in Portugal to talk about extreme weather conditions and how it is affecting the country.
Portugal is vulnerable to climate change impacts from extreme events associated to lack or access of rainfall and heat waves.
In 2023, according to the Lisbon Fire Brigade Regiment, heavy rain has led to 20 incidents of flooding, while strong winds also resulted in 13 incidents due to falling trees on public roads, which damaged some vehicles.
Now handing over to Riley for some more information.
Firefighters in Portugal are battling to contain wildfires engulfing thousands of hectares amid soaring temperatures. Portugal has seen temperatures of 46.6 degrees Celsius, which has been the hottest of the year so far recorded in Santarém. It has so far destroyed some 16,600 acres of land, while a total of 19 villages, 4 tourist accommodations and a camping site have been evacuated.
Thank you, Riley, for the bit of information. Before we wrap this up, we think it's important you all at home know how we can save the planet.
Use public transport, recycle more and use more renewable energy sources like solar panels.
Eat less meat and dairy, use grey water system and cut consumption and waste.
That's all we have time for today, but we will hand it over to Evie and Ipswich. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you to Liam and Kilson. Hello and welcome back to Sky News. My name is Evie. I'm continuing our discussion around climate change. I'm here in Ipswich today near the River Orwell to talk to 2 teachers about how they witnessed a flood whilst on a school trip. Please could you both introduce yourselves?
Good morning, I am Miss Adams and I'm an art teacher at Ipswich Academy. I've worked here for 3 years and it has been my mission to encourage students to enjoy drawing nature.
Thank you, Miss Adams. Over to you.
Hello and thank you for having me. I am Miss Bird and I have been a geography teacher for the last 4 years. It is my mission to help save the planet from pollution.
Thank you, Miss Bird. My first question is, could you both tell us what has happened here today?
Sure, over the last couple of months, myself and Miss Bird have been working a project together that links the environment to art. We came here with a number of art and geography students to investigate the river and for the art students to paint or draw any pollution that they found. Upon arrival, we saw the river was higher than usual, but we thought it would still be okay to continue our trip.
Halfway through our trip, the river started to overflow. I was midway through talking to a group of students about the sea levels rising each year, when all of a sudden I realised the water began to gushing forward towards the students who were set up doing their drawings. I panicked and ran towards the students and told them to leave their belongings and follow me as I wanted to get them to safety.
Thank you both. Could you tell us how you feel after this incident?
At the time I felt extremely panicked, but now I feel relieved as we managed to ensure all the students were safe.
I'm still in shock as I never expected the river to come crashing towards us all so quickly. As the years that I have lived here, we have never had a flood from the River Orwell. This shows that global warming is happening right in front of us. The glaciers are melting and the sea levels are rising and making our lives easier, higher.
Wow, that sounds terrifying. We hope our viewers have learned something from this incident, but unfortunately we have run out of time. We are now handing back to the studios. Thank you both for joining us here today. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good afternoon, welcome to Sky News. I'm your reporter Dylan. The big question for today is, should Shell carry on with oil extraction? Today we have in the studio David Attenborough and Wales Swan, who is the CEO of Shell. Thank you for joining me. What is your opinion on climate change?
Climate change is a really important matter that affects the environment and every living thing on the planet. And if one living thing goes extinct, it will have a ripple effect, causing more and more damage to the food chain until there's nothing left on Earth, becoming a barren wasteland due to Earth's temperature heating up.
Well, I don't think climate change is as important as people make it out to be. As for example, 1 degree of Celsius won't harm us that much. But anyway, we have natural resources which we can use to make scientific discoveries over the world, and these will help people today around the world as well. In 2023, my company has made £22.3 billion. Last year, we made the highest earning in its 115-year history.
Well, even though you've got that much money, how much of it have you been putting into public gain? And also, all of that money that you are going to put into public gain is going to the corrupt governments of those countries to use for their own financial gain instead of public use. For example, in Nigeria, there's so much poverty and the government doesn't use any of the money Shell provides to help the people, and it all just goes to whatever they want to do instead of helping the people get out of the poverty and become a more wealthy country.
Well, us as Shell cannot help the government decide on what to spend their money on. That's the thing, that's out of our hands. But us as Shell, we can provide courses and job opportunities which can self-help poverty and reduce it to a lot of extent. And even if we do end up leaving that certain area, we have provided skills and applications for people which can help them get better jobs at certain places.
But are you actually helping poverty?
Yes.
Well, you're not though. Because
am,
if you think about it, then
if
you look at the grand scheme of things, just because you're giving some people money, they've got to pay taxes and they have to probably pay money for those courses, and you're not taking in consideration the safety of your workers. There's a lot of lack of safety if we look at many places in Nigeria as well, and all around the globe.
To counteract that, we have people who we drop in on a fly randomly, which will check up on these places, and if there is bad conduct, we will fire those people and probably reduce the salary plus a fine as well due to illegal work rights. And as well though, climate change will happen in a span of 100 to 1,000 years in itself.
But will you do that?
No, I will do that. Yeah, we can use money to help these scientific discoveries combat climate change, yeah? And with these, we can also help people get a lot more better lifestyle than that.
But will you actually help?
Yes.
Because it won't work. It won't help because the government will tax them for all the money.
That's all from us at Sky. I'm Dylan. See you at 10 tonight. Bye.
I'm out.